Good morning, students. So we are discussing about how we can construct a class number for the main class O literature using colon classification 6th edition reprint. The last session I told you about the formula main class P, P2, P3, P4. And I told you that P stands for language. The number here take from page number 2.26 and 2.27. P2 stands for forms of literature, that you need to take the number from 2.94 O main class. Good. 1 minute. Okay. So now in this particular session, let us talk about P3 and P4 with some examples. So as far as P3 is concerned, P3 stands for author, an individual author, a particular author. P3 stands for individual author. How to give number for a particular author? So as far as Ranganathan's ideas, the author is to be represented by the year of birth. Okay. So you need to identify the year of birth of the author, and that is to be used as P3. Okay. So whether it is an author, is a poet, is a playwright, whatever it may be, whatever year he was born in, that year is converted into a number. For example, if an author was born in 1984, we are converting it as N84. If an author was born in 1867, then his year of birth is converted as M67. So where from I get all these numbers called N and M, all these things, please go to page number 2.7. If you go to 2.7, you will get a list of time isolates. The time isolates, they specify that if you want to denote the word 19, that's 20th century, you need to use the alphabet N. If you want to denote the number 18, that is 19th century, then you have to make use of the number M. So based on the alphabet coding scheme, which is made available as time isolates, on page number 2.7, I will be converting the year of birth of the author into a particular time isolate number. But please, my dear students, please understand, though it is a time isolate, please remember, though N84, M67, they're all time isolates, they are not used as time isolates, they are used as personality. Fine. So time isolates are used as personality in the main class O literature. So don't worry about using single inverted comma as the connecting symbol, which you normally prefix before adding a time isolate. Never do that, because here time isolate is used as a personality. Since it is used as a personality, whatever rules which are applicable to time isolate should not be used, but the rules which are applicable to personality isolate, they are to be followed. Fine. Okay. Now what does Ranganathan says? He says, when there is a P, when there is a P2, when there is a P3 in your title, what is the formula? Main class personality, comma, P2, P3. So there is no symbol which is required to connect P2 and P3. Fine. There's only one comma is there. After writing your main class, after writing P, you are inserting a comma. Then you write P2 and P3 without having any symbol in between. So this is a formula you should remember. Fine. Okay. For example, let us see how you are converting the year of birth of the author into time isolates, which will be used as personality in the main class O literature. Fine. Okay. If you take William Shakespeare, who was born in 1564, 151564, okay, then we are converting this 1564 into J64. 15 stands for 16th century. it used to be represented by the alphabet J as per the page number which has got all the time isolates numbers. So J64. What about Charles Dickens, who was born in 1812? His number is M12. So last two digits are written as such. The first two digit, which stands for century, that is converted into an English alphabet number. Then Aldous Huxley, who was born in 1865, his number is M65. Subramani Bharati, great Tamil poet, who was born in 1982, has got the number N82. So this how you will convert the year of birth of the author into a set of artificially created ordinal numbers which are available in the page number 2.7. Okay, you can go 2.7. You get numbers for all the centuries and you can convert the year of birth of the author into a particular number. So now we have understood how we can find out P3. So P3 stands for the individual author. The individual author is identified by his year of birth. His year of birth is converted into time isolate using the alphabets given page number 2.7, and those time isolates are used as personality in the main class O literature. Fine, I think it's clear to you. Now, let us see a small example to make this concept very clear to you. Let me take a title called Drama by Shakespeare. Okay. So we are not mentioning about any specific drama. In general, we say dramas by Shakespeare. Okay. So I know very well when I see this title, I would understand that the main class is O literature. Very simple, I would understand. And secondly, Shakespeare has written his dramas in English. So I should get number for P. So P stands for language. Good. Then comes, what is the form? That is P2. P2 stands for forms of literature. Okay. Then comes P3. P3 stands for individual author whose work is being described by you in your example. So three things are there. One is O, which is main class of literature. Then we have P, we have P2, and we have P3. Let us see where from you get numbers for all these things. Okay, so it's very, very simple. We will have O as a main class, there's no problem. Then I want the number for English language because this is a literature written in English language. So I want to get number for English. What I do? I go to language isolates, page number 2.26 and 2.27, and then you find out the number for English as 111. So that's clear. Then comes P2. This is P2, that is forms of literature. Number 2 stands for drama. Where do I get it? Please go to O main class 2.94. There, Ranganathan has listed the numbers for all the forms of literature where 2 stands for drama. Good. You have to go to main class to get the number for drama. Which main class? O. Fine. Then comes William Shakespeare, the author who was born in 1564. So I have to convert this number into a time isolate. What is the answer? J64. But J64 is P3 in main class O. Do, N82, M65, M12, J64, all these are time isolates. But as far as literature is concerned, the year of author is converted in time isolate, but it is used as a personality P3 in the main class O literature. So year of birth of the author, I have converted using the numbers taken from time isolates. Okay, fine. Now let us combine all these things. We have got individual numbers. Let us synthesize. Okay. So what's the answer? O 111, comma 2J64. Why comma? There is a symbol between P and P2. So this is main class. Okay. And this is P and this is P2. Between P and P2, there is a need to have a comma. Then comes P3. This is P3, but there is no symbol between P2 and P3 as per the rule given by Dr. S. Anganathan. So this is P, this 2 is P2, J64 is P3. P is taken from language isolate, P2 is taken from the main class, P3 is taken from time isolates. And this is how we construct the number for literature of a particular individual author. So let us see some examples so that you will get a clear idea of these things. Fiction by Charles Dickens, the next title. If you see here, O is the main class, 1 is the English literature, triple 1 stands for English literature, then comes a comma which separates P from P2, then comes P2, 3 stands for fiction, M12 stands for year of birth of Charles Dickens. Good? Okay. Then prose writings by Aldous Huxley. There's an author who has written prose. Let us find out the number for this particular author. So once again, O is the main class, 1 English language, that means it's a English literature, comma stands between P and P2. P2 is 6. What is 6? 6 means prose. 6 means prose. I have taken from 2.94 main class. Oh, okay. Then M65, it is a year of birth of the author, which is converted into a number using time isolates. So this is main class, and this is P, this is symbol, and this is P2, and the last one is P3. I think it's clear. Now let me go on to the last example here. Poems by Subramania Bharati. So Subramania Bharati is a great Tamil poet, a revolutionary Tamil poet. And so we take O as a main class. 3 stands for Tamil. It's a Tamil literature. Okay. And 1 stands for poems because we are talking about the poems by Subramania Bharati. Then M92, it shows his year of birth. So main class P, comma, P2 and P3. So I think it's clear to you how you can form or construct numbers with the main class O, P, main class O, then P, then comma, then P2, then P3. Where to get this P1, where to get this P2, where to get this P3, I think it's clear to you. Good. Now, let us move on to P4. So now last one, we will talk about P4, the last component, last level. Let us discuss about that. Okay. And as I already told you, P4 stands for the individual work written by the author. So one author has written a good number of poems, a good number of fictions, good number of dramas. So when there is a particular book in your library which talks about a specific work of the author, even we should be able to give number for that specific work. That is why P4 is given by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. P4 stands for work written by the author. Okay. Actually, 2 different methods are there for writing the number for the individual work of the author. One is using the number system, but today we are not going to talk about that kind of number system. We are going to talk about a very, very simple technique called alphabetical device. That means we are going to make use of the first letter of the work of the author as P4. For example, if there is a book called Magbud, a drama written by William Shakespeare, the P4 will be M. Fine. Suppose if there is a book called Quill Part 2 by Subramania Bharati, so what is the first letter? K, Quill Part 2 K. So K becomes P4. Fine. For example, if there is a poem book called Gitanjali written by Rabindranath Tagore, the first letter is G, that is P4. So P4 stands for individual work of the author, which is denoted by the first letter of that literary work. I think that's clear to you. Okay. So now let us see this example. This example is there is a book entitled Magbud, which you received in the library. So Magbud is very simple. It is a English literature. It is written by William Shakespeare, and it is a drama. So these things are clear to us. So what is the main class? O is the main class, clear? 111 is English, that is P. Then comes 2, that is P2. 2 stands for drama. J64, that is P3. J64 stands for the year of birth of William Shakespeare. Then comes P4. P4 is the alphabetic device, the first letter of the work. Magbud, first letter is M, so M uses P4. But here, two symbols are there. We have just added two symbols. What are symbols? After main class and P, we have a comma. And between P3 and P4, we have a comma. But there is no comma between main class and P and P2 and P3. Please understand this particular rule. So what is the answer for this particular title? So it goes this way. O111, comma 2J64, comma M. I think it's clear to you. Let us see one more example called Gitanjali. Is a book of poems written by Rabindranath Tagore. So let us how to give a number for this. Rabindranath Tagore was born in 1868 and he is a Bengali writer. You know, Gitanjali was written in Bengali, of course, which was then translated in English by many authors. So is the main class, very clear. 157 is Bengali, which I have taken from the language schedule. 2.26 and 2.27. From these two pages, you get number for all languages. The number for Bengali is 157, which is P here. So language isolate is used as a personality in O literature. Then comes O. Then 1 stands for poem, which is nothing but the form of literature, which I have taken from the main class, page number 2.94. Then comes M68, which is nothing but the translation of the year of birth of the author. So 1868 is converted as M68 using the alphabets available in the time isolates. Good. Page number 2.7. Okay, that is year of birth of the author, time isolate. Then comes the last facet called P4. As I told you, P4 stands for the first letter of the work of the author. So Gitanjali, G is the first letter. I use G. So work of the author. So all the components are here. Main class. P is the language, Bengali, taken from language schedule. Then 1 stands for poem. It is the form of the literary work, which is taken from the main class. M68 stands for year of birth of the author, which is converted using the alphabets taken from time isolates. The last one, P4, stands for the individual work of the author called Gitanjali. Using alphabetical device, we have taken first G. So this is how you can have all the 4 levels of personality in the title of O literature. Same way, let us see 2 more examples. You can see in the bottom of the screen. Let me make it a little bit bigger. I think, yes, that is clear. Slightly, I'll move this side. Okay, good. Now you see Kannadasan poems. So Kannadasan is a very famous Tamil poet. Okay. So his date of birth is, year of birth is 892. So O is the main class. 3.1 stands for Tamil language. So Tamil literature. Comma. 1 stands for poems. M92 stands for his year of birth. Okay. Then comes Milton's Paradise Lost. You know Milton, John Milton, a very famous poet who has written Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained, though he was a blind person. Fine. So Milton's work is being received in the library. Paradise Lost. The author was born in 1608. So main class O. 111 stands for English or English literature. Then comma 1 stands for poem. K08 stands for the year of birth of the author. Then comes Paradise Lost. So I use the alphabet P. And here 1 symbol, 1 comma, and here 1 comma. Fine. Okay, good. Now let me move on to the next page. Okay. I think this is what I want to tell you with regard to the main class O literature. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, good. Now, so these are the examples you are going to try in your home. Okay. One is we have Urdu poetry. So language is Urdu, poetry is Farm. Then poems of Tulsidas. Tulsidas is a Hindi poet who belongs to 15th century. He has written poems, okay, in Hindi language. Then Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. It is an English literature. Is a drama. It is a Pygmalion is a drama. The year of birth of the author is 1856. Then 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is an English fiction written by Jules Verne who was born in 1828. So we know the language. It is a French fiction. It's a French fiction. We say it is in French. It is a fiction. It is written by an author who was born in 1828. The name of the book is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and the first letter is T. Here the first letter is Pygmalion P. Aag Di Lagir by Amrita Pritam. Amrita Pritam is a very famous novelist from Punjab. So it's a Punjabi language. It is a novel. It is a fiction. And he was born in 1919. The first letter of the author's work is Ye. And then there is a book of Hindi prose. There's a book on Japanese literature. So you may try to find out answers for these questions, and we will discuss about some more concepts in the next classes. I hope that you keep track with us and you follow us. Thank you so much.